Hey, what's up? It's Hobart. Welcome to Android University, and I wanted to take a quick look at the latest build from AOKP. This is the official build number 4 from AOKP from BMC, and pretty sweet so far. I just flashed this not too long ago, so I haven't had too much time to play around with it yet, but I have been on AOKP before. I do know how customizable it is. If you're a first-timer on AOKP, take CyanogenMod and add thousands of customizable options to it. That's basically what it is. So it's a lot of fun to play around with. First, let's go to the system settings. We'll go down to About Phone. As you see, it's on Android 4.1.1. It's on the VRL HD baseband running the CyanogenMod stock kernel. And of course, we're on Jelly Bean build number 4 from AOKP. Now it's got all of the normal options that you're going to see in any AOSP or even TouchWiz ROM. It's got the developer options here, which you can play with the speed of the transitions and the animations and stuff like that. I always put mine on .5 instead of 1.0, which is what it comes with stock. You can also disable your hardware overlays if you're getting screen flicker. That is the option you're going to want to check right there, and that's going to help you out. I haven't had any screen flicker with mine yet, but again, I've only had it going for a couple hours now. Now, when it comes to customizing this ROM here, ROM control is where you're going to want to go, okay? You got everything under the sun to customize, from your general UI, disabling your boot animation, custom carrier labels, the kill all button that you have in the nav bar. You got your lock screen, which you can enable a bunch of different options. I enabled the lock screen battery percentage, and I also enabled the weather and the calendar as well, so I can get my weather right there on my lock screen. I like that option. The power menu. This is the button right here. When you go to turn your phone off or reboot or whatever, this is what's going to be in your menu. I've chosen the screenshot option is up here as well. We'll go into the navigation bar. Now this is the navigation bar that you see on like the Galaxy Nexus, where it gives you the 3 buttons down here, your home button, your back button, and recent apps button. You can enable that, play with it, change the color on it, choose what buttons do what. That's your navigation bar. And then it comes to the battery. You can choose the battery icon style. I like the icon with centered text. You can also choose the circle mod, not show your battery at all, and so on and so forth. When you got your battery style, I choose the centered mirrored. If you want to use your battery bar location, you can use that, and it's a pretty cool option. I actually just turned mine off. But again, it's all up to you. It's your phone, it's your ROM. You can do whatever you want. When it comes to the clock, I've got the center clock going. The AM PM, I do have the small AM PM, and I do like the small day of the week there as well, and you can see it on the top of my screen. And that's pretty much it for that. Now when it comes to the toggles, you can choose the layout of the toggles, you can choose the order, and which ones are enabled. Okay, so you can go to a list here and actually enable all the ones that you want in your toggle and disable the ones you don't want in your toggle. So again, it's all up to you. Changing colors and all that kind of good stuff in there with your toggles. And then your signal, you can choose what kind of signal you want, whether it's the bars, the text, or the DBM numbers. When it comes to the LED, you can change the LED, when it happens, how bright they are, the colors, and all that good stuff. Sound as well. You've got a bunch of different options in here. Your weather, which I did enable to show my location, so I can use that on my lock screen. Change the vibrations as well, which is a new one for me. I have not played around with this one yet. And performance down at the bottom here. This is pretty cool. It actually shows you the CyanogenMod kernel is actually overclocked to 1.6 gigahertz instead of 1.5 gigahertz, 1.62 to be exact, and 384 megahertz is the bottom of it. I'm on the on-demand governor, which you see there's a bunch of different governors that you can use here if you want to. Again, it's all up to you. You got voltage settings and some other settings that you can change here as well, including enabling fast charge at boot. If you're running a custom kernel, then you can do that by going into the terminal emulator and typing in FFC enter. But if you're not using that custom kernel, the CyanogenMod kernel, you can enable fast charge right here at boot via this option right here. Okay, so that's in the ROM control. Oh, Tapatalk is telling me I have a bunch of unread messages. That is what's going on in the ROM control section. You also have a theme chooser here if you want, and device options where you can change some different sensor options and screen options as well. But that is going to be your quick links and your customizable stuff here in AOKP. Google Now is working. This is Jelly Bean, so of course it is working nice and quick and snappy. These are some of the things that I've researched recently. Tells me how long it's going to take me to get home from work. It's got the Dolphins game game score on there. I can't believe they lost to the Cardinals by 3, but I can because it's the Dolphins. It's got my forecast and all my recent searches as well. So Google Now is working great. If you go into your widgets, you can see that clock that I have, the AOKP clock. It gives you a bunch of different options. Put it on here like so, and then it should let you choose which AOKP clock you want. Pink, white, blue. You can have the unicorn up there. You can have blue with a white background. You can have AOKP like that. So that's a pretty cool option to be able to have your clock themed in AOKP, which is sweet. All your other widgets are there and ready to go, as they are in all these AOSP ROMs, so you don't have to worry about that. What else have I got to show you here? Camera works great. No problems with that at all. And does have pretty cool options in here as well. There's some more options than that used to be in here, at least from what I remember. You got your power shutter, picture size, 8 megapixel focus mode, touch focus duration, color effect. You also have your burst mode if you want to take burst shots, JPEG options, red eye reductions, and things like that. So it's got a few more options in the AOSP camera than what used to be. Very fast, very smooth, as you see. Look at, I mean, it's just blazingly fast. I'm using the Nova launcher, which you can either choose the stock CyanogenMod launcher or you can choose the Nova launcher. I'm using the Nova launcher right now. I just like the way that it works. Pretty nice. But overall, this is a pretty great build. It's the AOKP official build number 4 from BMC. Everything is working good. Wi-Fi works. Data works. I'll turn off the data here and see what we got. Should have 4G pop up here in just a second. And there we go. 4G's popped up. We are gray. Let's see if I can get the blue, which means we're connected to the servers. There it goes. 4G is working just fine as well. There is a patch for the 3G handoff, 3G, 4G handoff, and the data drops that were happening, and you can find that in the OP of AOKP by BMC. I've actually downloaded that, and I'm going to flash that here soon. I haven't noticed any problems with it, but again, I'll flash it just to be safe. There is a fix for AOSP ROMs only to fix the data drops and the handoff between 3G and 4G and the different towers and stuff like that. So look for that in the OP. After you flash the ROM, make sure you flash that as well. Well, that's all for the official build number 4 of AOKP from BMC. Don't forget to check out some of my other ROM reviews, Android University over on YouTube, and give me a like, a thumbs up, all that good stuff. It helps out more than you know. And spread the word. Have yourself a great rest of your day. AOKP build number 4, it's definitely worth flashing. It's customizable, it's fast, it's smooth, and it works great. So give it a try. It's Hobart. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.